Turn up.
What's good, sippers?
Just sipping in conversation with Buddha and
Baby!
Hey, what's good, Simples?
Hey, y'all!
This is your boy Buddha, and over there is the lovely
Baby!
And we coming to you again with another episode of Sipping and Conversation.
Hey, what you say? What y'all got going on?
You missed us?
I'm just saying.
You missed us. That's all I'm going to say.
What's up, sippers? Oh, you didn't miss me. I missed y'all.
Oh,
It's a lot been going on, though.
Yeah, we'll get to it. So, baby, how was your day?
It was just another day in Zamunda.
Oh, yeah?
How was your day?
Listen, man, I'm gonna be quite frank with you. My day was okay, but
Oh, you didn't miss me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
baby,
yeah,
everything
technical difficulty. But all I'm gonna say is, I had this meatloaf sandwich with some barbecue sauce today. Oh Lord, that snapback came back real. I was kind of like, oh man, I wonder what lunch is gonna taste back like. But then I put it in my life, and I was like, that's it. That's it right there. It's simple things in life. Simple things in life. Just turn things around.
Well, you know, it is. That's how it be. He did a wonderful job. He said he had the hankering for some meatloaf the other day.
Okay.
And I said, well, that's what you should cook for Sunday's dinner. But he made, I don't think, wait, what is Wednesday, right. So it's practice, it's basically gone. But he made this humongous meatloaf because he spread it out instead of squozing it in. But it was real delicious. Delicious with my added size. Made it happen, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other day, I was like, man, I don't know. Out the blue. I don't know what's in lima beans that my body was desiring, you know, because different things, when your body needs or, you know, wants something, a lot of times it's a deficiency in whatever nutrition that it gives you. So with all that being said, I made me some lima beans tonight with some smoked turkey wings in it, and stewed some chicken with a little seasoned up the rice.
Ooh, woo!
And then I put some of the chicken in the air fryer so he can have stewed or seasoned air fried. But we playing around with the air fryer. Finally, I decided to go ahead and get the air fryer, and so I got to know all the things what to do, and you know what I'm saying. So anybody that know anything about an air fryer, and you got your recipes or whatnot, drop it in the comment section below because I'll be very interested in seeing what it is. I know I'm already eager to doing some eggplant and cauliflower because I actually prefer vegetables over meat. So yeah, there's that. All right. Like we said, a lot been going on.
Okay, let's talk about what a lot been going on. Well, I'll get into it, Will. I'll slide in. So, a whole lot. We went from one end of the spectrum to the other, right? So, let's start off with the beginning. We went to Siesta Keys, y'all. Turn them up. I try to, censor myself. Turn it up. We did a lot of drinking. Listen, I'm going to tell you. I did so much drinking that weekend that at 12 o'clock Saturday night, so we left Thursday, but 12 o'clock Saturday night, I said I can't have another drink. Me, Buddha, said I couldn't have another drink, and I searched out for the water. Like, how does that happen? that happen? That's one thing. Baby, on the other hand, she had a chance to see the sunrise, right? Sunrise at Siesta Keys.
Yeah, it was real. It was a very much needed staycation. And happy birthday to the 3 gents. That was the reason why we went. Part of the reason why we went. Most of the reason why we went. The other reason, because I almost canceled, but I definitely need it. Many of the viewers that watch us regularly know that my father passed a few weeks ago. And that was very, very, very...
It was tough.
That was tough. Why it was tough? Well, because my father and I we are, because he's still with me in spirit, we are best friends. And so I'm on an emotional roller coaster. I do well for the most part because, I know and I have accepted that death is part of our life cycle. But it doesn't excuse the fact that it hurts when it's a loved one, right? Mm. So there's that. And my condolences to my extended sister. She just, this weekend, her mom passed. So now she is, both of her biological parents have transitioned in a matter of a few weeks because we share a father. And so I'm loving on you so much, Unica. I'm sorry. I'm here. And being a big sister, I got the strength for both of us. So we in this together. Mm-hmm. Thank you to the McMinn's family, the Crenshaws, the Chappells, the Jones, and everybody in between. And thank you, Buddha, for being there. Still being there because, again, it is emotional. Shout out to my boy, Tyrone. He also had a recent passing in his family. Mm. So, it's just that time. You know what I mean? But where there's ending of lives, there's beginning of lives. Absolutely. So we got births that's happening, not in my family, but births that's taking place.
A lot of trying. I'm trying. It ain't happening, but I'm trying.
A lot of celebrating because, every day that you wake up on this side is a celebration. So give humble praise and thanks every day because His grace and mercy is sufficient. Yes, we'll agree? Carry on.
Oh, okay. So what have I learned before we get into today's turn? What have I learned?
And what you sipping on?
Good one, baby. I'm going to get to that too. What have I learned since we've been gone? Mm-hmm. That Rona is really real. People are really falling off by the wayside. Black lives still do matter.
Go vote.
Go vote. And we I heard something like, I don't know, quote this, all right, but as of right now, we have grossed over $4 million. Yeah, we have grossed over $4 million as a culture, putting back into black businesses since the time this stuff happened. In the last 4 months, we have generated at least, I think, $4 million worth of revenue into black businesses. I don't know where the consensus is at. I was talking to somebody, and he came up to that. So that's something. Hey, you can quote me on it, or you can dig in and get the true number. I'm just shotgun blasting that. But it was great. It was great. So I figured that out. And what that means is we need to continue on. That's a start point. But we need to continue on generating the money back into our society.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I am here for it. I'm all for Black Lives Matter. I'm here for the culture. Yeah. Does it mean that no other lives matter? Absolutely not. It just means that, we're trying to keep that same energy of supporting and being unified. And now is the time to be unified because, again, loved ones are transitioning, coronavirus. We got to get kids back in school. You got all this stuff happening. You know, you need to be sticking together if never ever before. Communities. If you know somebody that's got to go back to, that has to work and they're going to have kids staying home, but you are able to be home, pull together. Help a sister out. Help a brother out. Help a family in need. You never know what the reciprocity will come into play.
Absolutely.
So y'all got to be starting to think collectively.
Yeah.
Collective. All right?
Absolutely.
That's how you win.
All right. So back to what we sipping on. All right. So baby
on a low calorie diet.
Okay. So see that we know what low calorie mean?
She drinking wine. She drinking some red wine, sweet red.
She drinking some potent grape juice. Some potent grape juice.
And she sipping.
Right. Me on the other hand, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? The last couple weeks I done fell in love, young ladies and gentlemen. And I fell in love with an old friend and a new friend. And I put them together.
What friends are these?
Well, you know, everybody knows I like cognac.
Oh, okay.
But now everybody knows I like cream soda.
Oh.
So I put the cream
Everybody
soda.
don't know that.
Everybody don't know that. So I put them together, and lo and behold, that tickled the tongue in every which way. I can't get enough of it. It's like crack. I never had crack before, but it's like crack. That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Alright, okay.
So, with that being said, without further ado, sweetheart.
Alright.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
Lay it on me.
Alright. First and foremost, hello Larica. Hello Jay. Hey Corey. Blade. Thank you for tuning in. Lance.
What's good?
What's good? Sunny
Calhoun.
in the building, baby. Alright. So these next few weeks it's gonna be a little bit different. Y'all might think we a little bit too serious sometimes, but we still gonna find some, we're gonna find humor because that's just what we are. We want to first and foremost always show you we're real life, real people doing real, you know what I'm saying, real talk. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, these next few weeks we're gonna be talking about self-awareness. And just the whole, the multifacetedness of it, as far as what it is. We'll start talking about that tonight. Talk about some components of it, how to develop the self-awareness. And we're just gonna break it down, and then we're gonna have some what if questions. The goal is to have a couple of people come in, slide through, just to put their certified professional sprinkle on it. You know what I'm saying, depending on which week it is and what the nature is. And so they may tune in via Zoom, or they may be here. It just all depends on how it works out. So just stay tuned, and thank y'all for coming back.
Whoop, whoop.
We appreciate y'all. We've been trying to, figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And we want to do something different, and it's for the culture.
Well, in truth, man, it's time. It's time. So, like, here's where I am. We're fighting a good fight out there, right? Black Lives Matter. We're protesting. We're standing for the people. We're doing our individual things to make sure our culture is trying to stand tall. But one thing we need to also understand, we need to take care of self. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, right? So, not one is greater than the other.
Right.
It's all a collection of where we need to go. So, for us, it's time to shift gears a little bit on certain things. Like she said, shift gears a little bit on certain things. And let's try to talk about self-awareness. I'm cool with that. Baby, you cool with that, right? So I'm going to ask you this question, baby. When the topic when self-awareness comes to your mind, what the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, just being consciously aware of not just more, the first thing come to my mind is knowing thine own self to be true.
Oh, okay. That's
that's first thing. And then part of that is what elements disrupt or steer me into knowing thine own self.
To be true.
To be true.
Well, a lot of people like to get this self-awareness when the breakup happened, right? You know, they get into something
not
kind
really
of
a breakup, just
I'm just saying
traumatic situation.
Traumatic experience. They've been in a long-term relationship, or something happened. They lost their job, whatever it may be.
Right.
And all of a sudden, now you got the soul search. Now you got to figure it out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why figure it out when it's a traumatic experience? Why not work on these things when...
well, a lot of times people, they're not conscious of it because we get so consumed in the mundane day-to-day movement.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times also it's like, well, you know, it ain't broke, so why you gotta fix it? That is true in some points, but if you just keep doing the same thing, expecting to be elevated or on a different level, you know what I'm saying? But you keep doing the same thing, how far do you think you gonna go?
I might as well just call you a hamster. Because all you're doing is spinning the wheel.
You know what I'm
just running on in there.
And we know by definition, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result is definition of insanity. We know that's what the definition is, right? So if you are not diving into triggers, root causes, whatever, you know, the different, we'll talk a little bit later, but not this week, but you know, you got to start peeling. And then when you're peeling and you start shedding, you got to be preparing yourself to go through that emotional roller coaster of discovery that you ain't shit.
Right. Or throw this out there. Why you always lying? You see what I'm saying? Something's there. There's something underneath the surface that you do not or may not either want to control the narrative to where you wanted to go, or you just don't want to deal.
Right.
You don't want to deal with the true hard reality of whatever's going on.
Yeah, because can't nobody tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we always got to be open to learn something new every day. So if you can't be taught, you damn sure can't be learned. All right, so I'm going to give y'all the definition of self-awareness. Knowing your values, personality, needs, habits, emotions, strengths, weaknesses, etc. with a sense of who you are and a version of the person you want to become. A plan for professional or personal development can be created. So, ultimately, the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively through reflection and introspection.
Well, you know, that's
the technique part. So everything the aforementioned, what we said.
Well, that's a hard part.
That's it.
Seeing yourself objectively can be tough. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody thinks they're the strongest person in the room. And everybody's got the best, you know what parts. And all of a sudden, you are the best looking person who ever walked on God's green earth. And if anybody tells you differently, hell have no fury. Because you're going to fight. You already know how that is.
Yeah.
You know, so being objective about yourself, that is a trait. If you have it, that is a trait worth having because
it takes some real self talk, like all of that, like you yourself and I, y'all gonna go through the ringer.
Oh yeah.
And then, but what a lot of times too, you start becoming overly hard on yourself.
Right.
You don't make room. You're not forgiving of yourself. When you really do start seeing yourself objectively, you have to always remember to be kind to yourself. To give yourself room to breathe. Everything won't be properly executed.
Right.
But the effort, you should always give it 100% effort.
Absolutely. So, she said all those good layman terms.
What? I broke it down.
You did.
Yeah.
You did, but I got to speak to my people. Buddha's people.
Oh, Lord.
Your mama's a hoe. Your dad is a hoe. You a hoe. But that doesn't mean you got to stay there. Being objective, you can realize you're a hoe. The problem is, are you going to stay there or not? That's all I got. That's all I got.
So you wanted to talk to the hoes?
Talk to the hoes out there. Community dicks. Yo, whoever else is.
Pimps and prostitutes.
Pimps and prostitutes.
Okay.
Understand, you ain't got to stay there.
You ain't got to be that guy all your life. You ain't got to be that chick all your life.
You ain't got to be that chick. I agree. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing it for free, shame on you.
But back to what I said, even when you start seeing yourself objectively, even when you start trying to get yourself together, you have to anticipate that you have to give yourself room for error.
Right.
So everybody not gonna accept at face value that you no longer a hoe or a thought or that dude or that chick, that liar, that cheater.
You're right.
They're not gonna give it to you.
Get a new crew.
Get a new crew or just keep pushing through.
Keep on pushing. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just keep pushing because what's gonna happen is, especially your friends, they're gonna be like,
he can't change, man. He can't change. How the hell you gonna drop 5 females to be with just one? How could you do it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you see where we going with this.
You know what I'm saying?
So there's levels to it. Now we won't go in all the details tonight because it will be a building mechanism. But we will go, let me just touch a little bit on, some of the components.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence, optimism, growth mindset, pride, selfishness, love, and emotional energy. Those are just like different components that are coupled in, and there's more, of course, but those are a few that we can talk about with self-awareness. Things when you think about your self-awareness, pride.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are very prideful, like Buddha was saying in the beginning. Selfish, very selfish, because you feel like, I worked hard for this, so you gotta do you, boo. Okay. Love, you get caught up, very emotional about things, or you so hell bent that nobody's gonna hurt you that you have a guarded heart. And then the type of emotional energy that you put out to people, Right. Are you that happy-go-lucky person? Are you, again, optimistic? Are you looking at things objectively? The confidence. People get it misconstrued with confidence and selfishness. they kind of misconstrue it. You can be confident in you know, but you don't have to be arrogant and selfish about it at all levels.
Oh yeah.
Because
give me an example.
Some things you have to be selfish about.
Oh.
But again, you don't have to be overreaching for it. An example. If I'm studying for an exam, but that party going on and all my girls, they like, come on, Q, TQ, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, look, there will be another party, because TQ got to get her education.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying?
So I got a question for the masses. I got a question for the masses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were talking about different emotions, right?
Yes.
We were talking.
I didn't go in detail about the emotion, but
yeah, I got you. But you was talking about love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at what point does being possessive and selfish equal love, or add up to being in love with somebody?
Does it? Possessiveness equal love?
Well, because a lot of people are in monogamous relationships, right? Okay. And they do love the person they with, correct? Mm-hmm. And they can't see it's theirs.
But they want to do what they want to do?
It's theirs. It's ownership.
You know
what I'm saying? Possessiveness
slash ownership
of the other person, and then they calling it love. At what point does that add up to be that? You know what I'm saying?
And it don't. If that's the intention,
you feeling me though? You understand?
It won't equate to being love.
So
I mean, it's not working for me.
I don't know. You want to use that, baby?
No.
I'm sorry. So I mean, these are the things that I'm thinking in my mind, like triggers. You know, selfishness. You know, possessiveness. You know, those are triggers that are in the inward man that could, cause a person to cheat.
They might not even know that they haven't yet viewed themselves objectively to know that they are a problem.
Right. It could cause a person to cheat, kill, steal, amongst other things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just a question. If you got an answer, drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Drop it in the comments. Oh, by the way, I hate to throw this out. Did you see the summer gift we had this week? The summer gift? Did you see that?
Lord.
Oh, man. If you don't know about that summer gift, watch out now. We got sun visors, teen zipper shirts with swim trunks. Say it again. I hate to slide through that, but I had to plug that. Bam.
Carry on, Maestro.
Oh, okay. But that was my question about love. And selfishness and all that and above. You were talking, I mean, as well as you doing your research.
Yeah.
I did a little sunshine, not as much as you, baby. Because you, baby, don't touch it. Oh, don't touch the hell. I'm sorry. Because you, baby, are great at what you do. You're excellent at what you do. And I try to be a helpmate sometime. Who knew? I try. So you was talking, I mean, as we were talking.
I'm listening to you.
And we were doing, bouncing ideas off of. Mm-hmm. We came up with 3 types of awarenesses, self-awarenesses that you may, archetypes or however you may, fit in, right? Is indexal. Ooh, I said the word and I said it right. Detached and social. And some of that right there is, where do you identify your self-awareness at? It could get you to understand more about you. Everybody think they know themselves, but do they truly know themselves? Or do they just stay at third level.
Go ahead.
Or you stay at third level and never really get 7 levels deep on the reason why you feel a certain way you feel about certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why? Oh, I don't like black. Or I don't like red. Why you don't like red? Do you have a real reason?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you have a reason why? I have a damn good reason why I don't eat salad.
You just don't like it.
Listen,
It
didn't
never hurt him.
Listen, it didn't agree with my body makeup as a child, and it still doesn't agree with my body makeup as an adult. Now, a lot of people say, "Hey, have you tried it?" Absolutely, I've even tried it with her. She's even tried to slip it on under the collard greens where I couldn't even goddamn see it. But guess what? My spidey senses went off, and I found it. Once again, that's something else that happened while we were gone. She tried to slip me the old Kansas City shuffle. I look left, she going right. I had collard greens on my plate. The next thing you know, I see a little light skin leaf down there. I said, "What the hell is this going on?" And then when I found it, she said, "Damn, I didn't think you was gonna see it." Oh, she's supposed to be with me, but every now and then
I've tried to help us be together for a long time. Okay, so having his salad, some roughage in his life, ain't never hurt nobody.
You're right. I had roughage. It's called collard greens. That's roughage.
Raw.
Well, that ain't happening. I ain't eating no vegetable raw.
It's gonna happen. And the sad part is he gonna be forced into it. So anyway, let me break it down on what he was meaning about the 3 kinds of awareness.
See how she do it? I felt like a threat. She threatened me.
You have objective, subjective, and symbolic. And so it kind of basically aligns with the indexical, detached, and social. And we're going to go a little bit further later on. But just the overview, subjective self-awareness is an ability to differentiate the self from the social and physical environment.
Word.
Objective self-awareness, an ability to be the object of one's own attention, to be aware of the state of mind, and to realize that one is thinking and remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Symbolic, a unique human ability to develop and communicate a representation of oneself to others.
All right, can you say that one more time, baby? For the person in the back.
A unique human ability.
Mm-hmm.
To develop and communicate a representation of oneself to others.
Objective, please. Can you hear me that one more time?
Shut up. No.
What?
So.
Oh.
I'm going to give you an example. A unique human ability. An ability.
Okay.
Forget unique. Forget human.
Forget all that. She just told me no.
Ability.
On the camera.
Ability to develop and communicate a representation of yourself to somebody else.
Social butterfly.
Flutter, flutter.
Gotta be the life of the party.
You ain't gotta be the life of the party.
Oh, you gonna make you gonna make.
You just become that because you are a social butterfly. You have no problem with communicating and articulating at the different levels, whether you are at a kickback or whether you are at your company gala.
Hey, give me some thumbs up if that's you. Go to the next one.
If you have an ability to be the object of one's own attention, to be aware of the state of mind and to realize that one is thinking and remembering.
That sounds like a person who can't let go of the past.
Say they're. So what would we consider that person to be? We would probably consider that person. Let me see what I said. Detached. Yeah. No. Yes. Subjective. I didn't write it all the way down. I have to go back and forward, but because we not experts, we just trying to push this information out here. Okay. So the subjective type of person. Although the objective, the one I said, is actually the indexical person.
Right.
An indexical.
They don't need, they only, everything's internalized.
Right. That means that the subject, among other things, grasps the notion of object of the notion of object permanence.
So they don't necessarily, the objective self-awareness person, objective, right?
The indexical is
indexical. So that person don't care about what anybody else thinks. They only care about
very self-centered.
Right.
So are you a self-centered person?
If that is you,
it's okay. We're just helping you be more aware of yourself and where you are.
Yeah, where you are, and if you need help, if you feel
we're gonna be looking to get y'all some help too. Okay.
Throw the thumbs up.
Yeah. Just saying. So if you are that person who, mildly self-centered, okay, stubborn about it.
Damn, that sound like me.
Ooh, very bullheaded and don't, real slow to wanna try something new.
Like the air fryer? Keep talking. Go ahead.
Put a heart. Drop a heart.
I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
Now.
Yeah. Go ahead. Read the next one.
So we're going to talk about the objective person. No, the subjective.
Right.
That's an ability to differentiate between the social and the environmental. So you pretty optimistic in your thinking. You usually trying to look at the brighter side and see things a little bit more on how it works, how the concept of it all.
So I think, baby, based on these definitions and examples that you gave me, you are a subjective, self-aware person.
With a splash of social.
No.
But yeah, you're right. Because it's weird. I use more of I think it's my left brain. No, my right brain. My right brain is my analytical side. I use a lot of it because I need to look at everything,
discern,
but I'm looking at it step by step. That makes a big picture, and then now let's see how we gonna do this. Okay, who's better fit? I don't want to do it all, but I can tell who's better fit to do certain tasks and let them be great at it. Oh, sorry.
That's exactly
so. If you're that person, I want y'all to drop some smiley faces so we know the difference. Yeah, we're gonna make them look. Get off me.
I ain't even touching you.
You are. You know your wingspan is like 22. Look at the muscles. I got muscles.
Okay.
I'm talking about, sorry. I had a whole moment. Don't mind me. I'm just being great.
She done went from subjective to objective. Just that quick. So you done seen the difference.
I'm just saying. Y'all see it. You see it. So, let's just give you an idea of some things to look forward to, more in detail and, broken down. And it may be something that hit home for you that at least See, look, and here's the thing. First and foremost, yet again, we are not trained professionals. We are not psychiatrists, psychologists, degree in this.
Listen,
that ain't what my degree is at, okay?
Listen, but if you pay me, I'll be whatever you want me to be.
But
I'm just saying, I'll be whatever you want me to be. I'll be your mother, well, can't be your mother, your father, your friend, your lover. You know.
I'm just saying. The purpose of this series is to bring our sippers to a level of greatest self. Okay? Because so much is happening right now with people, mental state of being, with, you know, we went, 2 months, almost 3 months, being forced to be in the home.
Right.
And then they let these dogs off the chain and they lost it. Okay?
Or you been 3 months at home and you realize you don't like the motherfucker you live with.
The universe conspires forever in my favor. Let me tell you this. Because I didn't have to stay home. He was always essential.
I was always essential. But here's the thing. I'm seeing
my God.
Because think about this shit now. We're seeing a lot of divorces happening.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because they in each other's faces.
Yeah.
24/7.
And not just that, but, you know, a lot of people got to, in these sticky situations.
Oh, man.
I don't even want to say prematurely. They didn't, everything looked good. It was glittering and shining with
I gotta speak on this.
Corners.
I gotta speak on this.
What?
We talk about divorces and it just came in my mind. So, $1 billion in a divorce suit?
Oh, child.
I mean, like,
get money. Get your money. No.
I mean, like, at what point? At what point do you feel that you need $1 billion because he's making that money? Wow.
Look, first of all, you gotta shoot
for the stars. $1 billion? I'm so glad you
gotta shoot high.
Bruh.
So you can land amongst the stars.
I don't know you, Dr. Dre. I don't know you. But I'm so glad you, my friend. He gets $90 million in a settlement, right?
I don't know.
He gets $90 million.
Don't go too far away from the topic.
Well, man, I'm sorry, man.
No,
we talking about the divorce.
Don't do it.
And all of a sudden, I need that money. I need to run that check. You got hit. I need to run that check.
Anyway, stay focused.
Oh man, it's all in the same.
She was very aware of the sacrifices over the course of years, and we don't know
you're right.
the behind the scenes of what actually transpired. She may have been the person that actually wrote the business plan and set up all the business and the operational things, and that's fair compensation.
$1 billion?
If you worth it, then hey, then you got it.
Jesus. If I was able to have that type of money, allow me to be friends and make everybody happy so they don't ever be mad at me ever again in life.
Do right by people. Go ahead and set people up to take away from, the crumbling ending results.
Right.
You can set something up so that instead of me, you, or whomever having to give you XYZ dollars, you've already been set up that this you will have residual income or unearned income of some fashion already stacking that's more worth long term than you trying to rape a person in the now.
So in truth, I can never fathom what they're going through. So the bounce off of what you're saying, baby, I can never fathom because I ain't $1 billion nigga. I just ain't. Wish it was, but I ain't. So I don't have no type of problem.
But you can have $1 billion mentality,
right?
So let's we gonna work on that. Cause then we'll be manifesting some
shit.
At least some $100,000.
Ching
$1 million dreams could come into fruition.
Speak on it, and everybody who's watching now, y'all need to speak on it for us. Because if I know you did it, I got you.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
All right.
You come on for the ride too.
So get your money. Be aware that you are worth. Okay? Know your worth.
Apparently.
Right?
Apparently she knows she was worth more. I'm worth $1 billion.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Sweet
I'm here for
it.
I'm here for it. All right? But they said it ain't tricking if you got it.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if she got a $1 billion coochie. I'm just, hey, don't be leaving. Hey, I need to drink closer to me. Oh, I got you, baby. I got you.
You got a lot of stuff happening here, and I'm confused. That might be what's causing issues. Anyway, look, we're gonna come to a halt so that we don't go too far in depth. All right. Mm-hmm. So because next week we'll go more in detail about the different kinds of us self-awareness and a little bit more, helping to help you. Everything we're doing over the next few weeks is pretty much going to help you find yourself. Like I said.
Well, if you're looking
and
to
help
find
you.
yourself.
Well, you're going to want to find yourself because you're going to be curious. Like, you're going to be curious and something, if you keep coming back, okay, keep on pushing. Okay.
Oh, I'm saying.
She put a little people coming through there.
You put a little melody on what I said. Good God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a sign of a good woman. She could take her man's shit and make it blossom. Alright? That's a sign of a good woman. Alright? I'm sorry. I had to cut you off and say that right quick. And then also I want to say this too. So I've got a few more minutes. So I'm going to slide this in. So we all done the love language test, right? We've all done the love language test. So you know how you want to receive love. But my question to you is, how do you put it out there? Because how you receive it may not be how you give it.
Right.
So that's just important. That's just as important as receiving love. Knowing how you need to take it. How you need to be giving it to you. So just a thought. When you're out there in the world treating your lady or treating your man a certain way, and you can't really understand where the disconnect could be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just a thought.
So over the next few weeks doing this series about self-awareness, one of the weeks we will actually go more in depth on the different love languages. So as we get closer to it, we would suggest, recommend, implore you to challenge. I'm just going to throw out all the words. You to take the love language test so that when we start talking about it during the show, you will at least be familiar with it. You got time.
Right.
I'm just saying, because you ain't necessarily quarantining, but you ain't out there in these streets because you can't go to the club, okay? And you scared of everybody and everything, all right? All right, because I know I am. Pick me. Oh, okay. I had to go into the grocery store today.
Oh, you did?
Because I needed a few little items, all right, that it wasn't worth me doing Instacart for. Man, I was almost so. I was talking to my girlfriend, and then we're gonna go, okay? Because this was funny. This how disconnected I am with grocery shopping out in the world, all right? Because I let the groceries come to me, or I let them pick my groceries up and I pick it up.
Oh, you bougie.
Very. But I've been doing this pre-coronavirus for quite some time, and I learned about Instacart.
And she sent me in for all the others.
I learned about the Instacart because I thought I was doing something when I had just doing my Walmart, okay, groceries. But then my girlfriend told me about Instacart, and they can get me my groceries in 2.5 hours. Oh boy. And I got a list of places that I can go, including adult beverages. Okay. I don't work for them and I ain't getting paid, but I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things that you can get. All right, so nevertheless, go to the grocery store today and I'm like,
where this shit at?
Like I had, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm moving, my little feet moving so fast because I want to get in and I want to get out, okay? I go in there with my little recycle bag. My girlfriend told me, and you bring your own, and you gonna take a public bag inside of Walmart. Yes, I am. She told my friend, you look scared.
Sound like she went to Aldi.
Yeah, I went to Walmart, but I just have a little public recycle bag. She was laughing so bad at me, talking about, so friend, you look like you're scared. I am. Look at all these people. Why is all these people in the store? And it was like 12 o'clock in the after goddamn noon. 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Like you.
Gee, man, people need to get a job. But anyway, all right, so enough of that. I know y'all, I said all that to say y'all got time, okay? And y'all come back next week, same time, same energy. We appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. For everybody that checked us out tonight on our season 7, episode 1. And this is our self-awareness series. Yes, I'm so excited. What about you?
Am I excited?
He don't have the music together.
I do.
All right, so next week again, we're going to be talking about 3 kinds of self-awareness.
More in depth on it, you know, like we're gonna get real in depth. So my boy said, hey! One time for TJ Chapman, the Chapman Show, and all those involved. Much love.